What is up, guys? Trevor here from GnG. Recently we went to Richmond, Virginia to a regional, and one of our team members ended up placing 9th, and he's going to do a deck profile really quick, and I will hand it to him.
Alright, so we played SS3 Goku. Best leader in the game, but don't really need to explain it too much. Untaps 3 energy, so you can always defend. It's probably the best variant of Storm in Storm mirror matches, because that's what we're playing today is Storm. Of course, we have 4 Bardock, your primary swap initiator, and one of your major attackers. You swap him typically into Goten. Goten, when he attacks, you look at the top 3, you take a card from the top 3, add it to your hand, put the other 2 on the bottom of your deck. So a lot of times you'll play Bardock, take a life, attack with him, maybe play an untap effect, depending on what your opponent's life is at, and what their leader's power is. And Goten will then try to do the same thing, and you just cycle through your Bardocks and your Gotens, and you apply pressure, and you try to attack 15 to 20 times in a turn. No big deal. Your other swap initiator is Son Gohan. Sometimes you don't have the ability to play Bardock, or you don't want to put yourself down to 2 or 1 life, so he lets you swap. While you can't attack with him like you can with Bardock, it at least lets you play Gotens and shenanigans like that. The other swap target we have aside from Goten is 2 Videl. Sometimes I wanted more. The only 6 targets to swap into was sometimes inconsistent, but it wasn't relevant enough that we had to bump the number up. I think 2 was fine. In your turns where you had this in play and it survived, made your following turn almost always lethal. We got 2 Bardock Will of Iron. Sometimes I only wanted 1, a lot of times I sided 1 out, because you usually only get a chance to play 1. Especially in a meta full of green-based decks where they have full power energy and you can't even play this card efficiently anyways. But I just hard-cast it a lot of the times because you get to later turns in this deck because you get to play 4 Nimbus. So it wasn't really ever bad. There were a couple times where drawing too many of them was bad, but the card itself was fine. 2 was a great number. 2 Master Roshi finishes off our yellow battle cards. I kind of wanted more, but 2 was fine. A total of 6 negates was plenty, and having too many battle cards that are negates can be kind of bad when you're playing against red decks because of hit. We got 2 Planet Vegeta. I originally played 3, and I really liked 3, but I ended up deciding to cut it down to 2. This list isn't, the main deck isn't my own list. It is Matthew Coombs' list from 3XG Productions. And the 2 felt fine. It's one of your best opening turn 1 plays if you're going first, where turn 2 you just have 3 energy and all the pieces you need to combo. We have 3 Successor of Hope. You don't really need 4. You don't really ever want to draw it when you're comboing. And once you've got a single Bardock in play, usually you'll end up seeing every other piece you need. So Successor is just to improve your consistency of turn 1 Bardocks. We have 4 Flying Nimbus. The whole reason to play SS3 Storm over Herodegarn Storm really is this card. It just makes it so easy to dominate in a game where you can fill your board with Gotens, and then when they try to retaliate, you just negate their attacks, and then again refill your hand with Gotens the following turn. So 4 of this was no questions. We're going on to blue battle cards. We played 2 Vegito in the main deck. This is kind of because I was expecting to play against a lot of Storm mirror matches. I only ended up playing 1 Storm mirror match, so I sided that out in every other matchup. So it felt kind of bad, but it was fine. In the Storm matchup, it won me the Storm match, so I can't complain about that. But again, this was just Matthew Coombs' idea, and I did enjoy it. If I had been able to predict that I was only going to play 1 mirror match, I would have just had them in my sideboard instead. Then we got 4 Unyielding Spirit Trunks. This card's not fair. Untapping energy for free is kind of ridiculous, but maybe it does get a little bit better once Flute goes to 1. But it's your primary combo combo piece after you have the swap cards. Allows you to untap energy and keep going. We have 4 Piccolo, of course, our last blue battle card. Super combo. Not much to explain there. I don't like Kibito Kai. And 4 Sensu Bean for our blue extra cards. Helps you in the Storm Mirror match when they're trying to all-in you. It's another untap effect when you're trying to all-in someone else. It's just a good card overall. And a lot of times, like when I play this card, instead of untapping another blue, if I'd already used 2 or 3 Senzu Beans, I'd just untap double yellow so I could keep comboing. 4 Legendary Flute. This card's insane. It's going to 1 for a reason. The deck gets much more fair when you take 3 of these away. The deck's still very, very powerful, for what we've seen in testing, but this card makes it almost unstoppable. That's all for the blue and yellow cards. Then we got our off-color pieces. 3 combo Goku. Playing 4 is fine, but an SS3 deck, too many off-color cards can be a problem, and lots of 10Ks can be a problem for this deck. So we only have 3 of these. And then we have 2 Champa, primary game finisher. With our sideboard, it matters a lot more, but it is one of the best ways to end the game for us. And then 2 Mass Saiyan in the main deck. Again, trying to beat the mirror match, but I only ended up playing the mirror match once. So if I had to choose based off of my hindsight, I would have played mirror in the main deck, but it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. So we'll move on to the sideboard. That was the main deck. In the sideboard, we have 2 Mira. Literally in every matchup that wasn't Storm, I sided in all the Miras. And it won me almost every game I played. Just about. Had 2 Scientist Fu in the sideboard, mainly for like the grindier matchups or like the Cell Chain matchup. Wasn't really relevant, honestly. I'd probably keep it in there just in case, but never had a situation where it was better than Mira. We have 1 Banisher Fu, just another overwhelm option. I would have played 2, but I had another card I wanted to try in my sideboard. So the 1-of was fine. I brought it in the red-blue matchups, the mono-blue matchup, and against Cell Chain. Then we got 3 Time Control Kanoa. Just in case you play against the Shugesh deck, and I didn't play against any of those, so it was 3 dead cards. This card was probably the best card in the sideboard today, other than the cards that I brought in every match. It single-handedly won my matchup against my blue control decks that I beat. They'd slam their bomb trying to lock out the game, and you just Mifuba it, and everything goes south from there, especially when like you play a Flying Nimbus to negate their leader attack, discard a card, then you Mifuba their Bergamo or something like that, and they can't recover from that. 2 Battering Laser on the side. Yeah, I think it was fine just having 2 in the side. They were a little clunky sometimes, but I had to bring them in against the yellow matchups. You know, sometimes they just Flying Nimbus and they think that's going to be enough to save them, but you battering it and they can't do anything else anymore. And then the other card was 3 Explore Bulma. It's kind of a weird card to have in the sideboard because it's not really for anything in particular. It was in there in case I needed to side out the top end package of the deck. So when I brought out cards like Ape Vegeta, Planet Vegeta, or Ape Bardock, Planet Vegeta, Mass Saiyan, stuff like that. When I changed the deck, this let me take it lower to the ground, gave me another attacker. It's essentially, it says it's 3 energy, 1 yellow. When you play it, you draw a card. Well, when you play it, you can place up to 2 cards from the top of your deck into the discard pile, untap up to 2 of your energy, and draw cards. So for 1 energy, you get a 10k attacker, much like Bardock, but she replaces herself. So it lets you dig deeper, lets you modulate your energy a little bit. If you need double yellow over a blue, you have that option. I don't know, she was fine. It's the kind of card that I would consider in the main deck as well, if I wasn't playing the variant that I was today, but I didn't hate it. I sided it in a lot.
So, Richmond was 8 rounds?
Yes.
So obviously a lot of rounds, a long day. What were your matchups? What did you face the most?
I played against Red-Blue SS3 3 times. I played against Blue-Yellow SS3 once, Androids once. Played against Blue-Green SS3 once, Storm once, and Apes once. I believe that's 8.
So you basically played everything mostly red-blue. How was the red-blue matchup?
Red-blue matchup was fine. I never had any problems with it. The deck at this time didn't have any way to consistently survive, especially if you go first. On 3 energy, it's very easy to kill someone that only has 6 life, and if they don't have Beam, they're probably just dead. I didn't drop any of my matches against red-blue. I did drop a couple games to some variants, but that happens sometimes. But overall, it was pretty easy. If you usually just kill them before they get to Zeno. unless they have like triple bean. I mean, but even then, you can recover from a Zeno pretty well.
Which one of the SS3 variants was the easiest in your opinion?
The version that didn't main deck Chain Attack Zeno, when it was just like a red blue good stuff deck without Zeno and Chain Attack in it. That was the easiest matchup by far.
Was that easier than say Mono Blue or?
No, Mono Blue is basically free. I don't know. Like game 1, if they get to a Bergamo or something, you probably can't beat that. But games 2 and 3, once you have Mafuba, that's almost impossible for them to beat you.
Okay. So a lot of rounds again. So you've played a lot with the deck. Is there anything you would instantly just take out?
I would definitely change it to be more mirror-based, like the list that won St. Louis, Ben Lodice's list. But I would definitely think I would include the Explorer Bummels in the main deck if we were still playing in this 4-flute format. But yeah, Mass Sands go back to Miras, and they just go on the sideboard. And I mean, if I had known, like I said, in hindsight, that I wasn't going to play that many mirror matches, the deck would be different. But I was maining cards to beat the mirror match.
Best prepared for.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think this deck is still going to be as relevant when Flute drops to 1?
I think it's still going to be one of the best decks in the game.
Okay.
The Flute drop keeps you from killing them guaranteed every game on turn 3 or 4. But now it's just a point of landing your board and protecting it, and then overwhelming them with card advantage at that point. Chain Attack Zeno kind of hurts, but what deck doesn't it hurt?
Yeah, pretty much. Alrighty, well, looks like an awesome deck. You have anything else, good sir?
Nope, just placed 9th, went 6 and 2. Only losses were Droids and Blue-Green, the decks with the green negates. And in those matchups, I didn't play to the best of my ability. I made several mistakes, and they cost me the matches for sure.
Alrighty, well, if you guys are interested, let us know down below if you want to see any matches of any decks, any other deck profiles, what we could do to improve. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we will see you next time. Peace!